Hello there, and thank you for joining me today with another Mango Voice tutorial. My name is Tyler, and today we're going to be going over some of the new AI features in our web application. So the first thing you're going to have to do, of course, is log into our web app. Once you do, the first tab that you're going to be on is the Calls tab. Now, this tab does replace the call logs in our admin site, though you can still use those for the time being. This will give you all of the same information that you need. So the parts we're going to walk you through here today are, of course, the AI parts of our call logs, and that is on the right-hand side of this page. So right here where you see transcript, you'll see a couple of icons. We, of course, have the voicemail icon, which of those are transcribed if we were to click into that. And then, of course, we have our summary icon. So this is going to give us a summary of the call. So right here you can see that the summary is a brief 2 to 3 sentence summary of what had happened on that phone call. This also gives you the sentiment of both the patient and the office when that call had ended. Now, once you click on this call, you're going to get a lot more information. So of course, at first you're going to get the bar of time that call takes place. You can click on that anywhere, so you can start the call wherever you're looking to start that call on. You can also fast forward and rewind through these two buttons right here and listen at a faster speed if that's what you're looking to do. Now you'll note that we have these patient and office bars as well right here. When these are highlighted like this, it tells you who is speaking. Now I had both phones on speakerphone at this time for a reason, and we'll go over that here in just a moment. But you can tell that both the tones were neutral when we were talking here. Indicating that there was no negative or positive sentiment. If there was negative or positive, those would change colors: green for positive, red for negative. Of course, we get that summary and sentiment right here again, and then all of the other information that would normally be located in your call logs: who called whom, the time of those calls, and then the call flow. Now, if we move to transcripts, this right here says when everything was stated, with and by whom, so you can follow the conversation if you wanted to read it instead of listen. And then, of course, we have our stats. So the stats, this is where things get really cool with the AI. This tells you the sentiment by quarter, the patient being the solid line and the office or your office staff being that dotted line. And this will, of course, go up and down as that sentiment changes throughout those calls, indicating when something bad was going on or when something good was going on. And you can review those call logs to establish what was being said at that time. You, of course, also have the hold and pause times of that call. It'll give you that in both minutes and seconds, and then the percentage of that call as well. The office talk time tells you how long that your staff was either speaking and listening to the patient. The office talk speed, so if you don't want anyone going too fast, you can ask them to slow down and explain things slower, or if they're taking too long, you can ask them to speed up. This also covers interruptions, how often the other person was talking over whom and who was doing the interrupting. And that's why I recorded on speakerphone. So you can see my office phone, which I intentionally placed closer to my mouth, started speaking first when the other phone that was further away started catching that audio, so you can tell that the patient had interrupted me twice, or I interrupted myself, as this indicates. But yeah, that is our new AI feature. We look forward to you guys trying this out. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 435-466-2646 or 435-GO-MANGO.